Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to make this tea light candle holder. And what we have here is just some wooden matches and a tea light. And on the side we have a striker for the matches, and then on the bottom it's just a piece of felt. Now this makes a great gift for somebody. You know, it's a pretty easy little woodworking project to do. So let me show you how I did this. I have here just a scrap piece of wood. Now you're going to want to make sure you have one that's thick enough. This is, what do we got here? Just under 1.25 inches. So if you get like a 2x4, that'll work good. You know, this happens to be scrap pine. This was actually made out of walnut because it was 5/4. It was the right thickness. I happen to have it laying around. So you want to get something that's relatively thick because you're going to drill that hole for the matches. You don't need it for the light part. If you're going to be making it just with the candles, you don't need one this thick. You could just use regular, you know, 3/4 pine or something if you're going to make one with 2 or 3 candles. And it's all up to your imagination. But if you want to make one like this to hold the matches, you're going to need something with relatively thick. Okay, so this actually isn't all squared up or anything. Again, it's just a piece of scrap, but I'll show you how you do it. So basically you want to find the center. So let's see what we got here. We got about 2.5 inches. So we're going to do 1.25 inches. You want to draw yourself a line. Okay, so now you have the center, and then what you're going to need is a spade bit like this. Sometimes they call them paddle bits, or better yet, a Forstner bit. Now I didn't have a Forstner bit the correct size. These candles are 1.5 inches wide, so I only had the paddle bit, which will work fine. But I did have a good size to make for the match. So this is the 3/4 Forstner bit. Now I'm going to show you how you can get it so that the end of this and the end of this are equal. Okay, so we got 1.5 inches. So let's say we want to come in about 1/2 inch from the end. So you give yourself a little mark, 1/2 inch from the end, 1/2 inch from the end. Okay, so now this is 3/4. So we're going to want to go in 3/8. Use this ruler. It's a little better to see. We'll go 3/8. So that's going to be the center for this. And that'll still give you 1/2 inch from here. And then this is 1.5 inches. You could actually use this bit and make a mark there, okay? Or you could take it and divide it in half, either way. So half of that is 3/4. All right, so now we're going to want to drill these holes. So let me take you over to the drill press and I'll show you how to do that. All right, hopefully this shows up. So the first hole we're going to drill is the one for the matches. So I got my Forstner bit in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set my depth stop so I don't go all the way through to the bottom. Okay? So hopefully that shows up. It's going to stop short by about 1/4 inch on the bottom. So line it up with your hole. Remember, always wear your safety glasses when you're working around power tools. So we got a nice hole there. Okay, let me change this out. Okay. Perfect. So let me bring you over to the table and I'll show you how you finish this up. Alright, So now as you can see, the candle fits in there perfectly. I leave it with just a little bit above the top, which is fine. You don't want to get it too far down. And you want to just make sure you leave enough space here that in case the flame kind of gets blown this way, it's not going to hit the matches. I mean, it wouldn't be the end of the world, but... So basically, now you would, well, at the end, you take your matches, however many you want, and you place them in there, okay? And then just cut off this striker, and with a little double stick tape, you can stick it right on. Now, as far as the finish goes, you can use a router to make this chamfered edge. You can make an OG edge. You can make whatever you want. If you don't have a router, you could do this with a plane, a hand plane. You could do this with a sander. You could do it by hand. You don't have to do that at all. You could just round off these edges with some sandpaper. Again, it's up to whatever your abilities are and what you have on hand. You could just use a file. You can leave it square, and you can paint it any color you want. And then, like I said, I just put a little piece of felt on the bottom. You don't have to do that, but if you have some felt, I just use some spray adhesive. But it's a pretty easy little project, and it makes a great gift. And I know that I wouldn't mind getting one as a gift. So there you go, little simple tea light holder. Pretty easy to make, doesn't take long. Again, just a perfect gift for somebody. So hopefully you enjoyed that. I'd love to see you go out and make one and show me what you got. So thanks everyone, I appreciate it. I appreciate comments and your views, and I hope you're having a great day, and I hope you try to make yourself a tea light holder. Thanks everyone, see you on the next one.